Those were the two biggest upsets of the weekend. I think it's fair to say this is not a reach that the Giants have found their coach. And I think Washington getting better every week has found theirs. That's a big deal in the NFL. Got to have the coach right. We just talked about quarterbacks. You can be the most talented guy in the world. Harbaugh and Sean McDermott guarantee Lamar and Josh Allen success. So we watched this weekend. The Giants upset Seattle, and last night Washington beat Pittsburgh. Probably in both cases don't have the talent. So the Giants in the NFC East, the Giants and Washington's football team, they have their coach. Also, the Giants for the next several years have a talented quarterback, Daniel Jones, they won't have to pay. Washington will draft a quarterback and play him very early, and they won't pay him for 4 to 5 years. Meanwhile, the Dallas Cowboys, who keep losing and will lose tonight, I think rather close to Baltimore, will have a top 5 pick and have shown no inclination to draft a quarterback. So I want to put up, right now the New York Giants have no contracts over $17 million. None. Washington has one. Next year, here is what Dallas is paying just their offensive stars. Zeke will make $14 million, Amari Cooper $22 million, Dak $37, Zach Martin $17, Tyron Smith $14, Lyle Collins $12 million. I don't want to get into DeMarcus Lawrence, defensive end, at $25 million. I know, I threw up in my mouth. That's gross. That is what they're paying. By the way, Dak isn't even one contract over $20 million. He's almost two $20 million contracts. Giants don't have any. Washington's got one Alex Smith, barely over 20. The Dallas Cowboys shouldn't consider drafting a quarterback. They have to do one of two things. Either draft a young quarterback and not pay him, because you couldn't sell Zeke, Amari, and DeMarcus Lawrence contracts today. Tyron Smith, you couldn't sell him. You either got to draft a quarterback or, and I don't have a problem with this option either, you have got to trade down in the draft and get multiple second, third picks. Because a top 5 pick this year for a quarterback, you can get a lot. And Jerry's got an ego. And Jerry Jones, he loves having a top 5, 10 pick, right? Because everybody talks Cowboy, oh, my Cowboy pick, unbelievable. Jerry, disappear out of the first round. Go to the third. Go to the second. Go to the fourth. You start looking at, because in your division right now, who's in big trouble? Carson Wentz in Philadelphia, that contract, and they don't know if they have the right coach. Dallas, we don't know if they have the right coach, $37 million for a quarterback. But I'm watching the Giants in Washington over the last 24, 48 hours. They both have the coach, and they're going to pay their quarterback nothing. And we got a formula in this league, and that's the formula. The Giants in Washington, get the coach, don't pay your quarterback for 3 or 4 years. I mean, Dallas has got, I saw a story today, they're going to tag Prescott. And that's all guaranteed money now. That's all guaranteed money, $37 million. That's almost 2 $20 million contracts. But what was it Jerry Jones was talking about this morning? This morning in Dallas, he was asked about their struggles, how they differ from the Washington football team in New York.
What do you say to that fan, Jerry, as to explaining the differences between where you guys are and where those other teams are with some similar issues?
Well, I think that's a fair approach to look at it, because have they incurred setbacks, injury? They made those, obviously made changes when they came in to their various organizations. I don't know how you could line them up and make a better, fairer comparison.
Like he's just telling you, like you look, Washington and New York, it's not just this weekend. They got the formula. They're ready to roll. Paying the quarterback nothing, got the right coach. I don't know how the Dallas Cowboys have a top 5 pick and either don't take a quarterback or trade down to get picks. They are on the precipice of being, and this is hard to do when you're the Dallas Cowboys, being irrelevant for like a long, long time. Logan Ryan of the Giants stops by next. Joy and I couldn't figure out, why was he on the market forever? Remember before the season, we're like, why won't anybody get Logan Ryan? He's a great slot corner, great guy, great locker room guy. He's now the leader of the Giants defense, which shut down Russell Wilson. He's next. There's new news from our friends in Austin, Texas, at a place called Tecovas Boots. This place is great. Leather goods, wallets, bags, They got 3 new women's boots, cowboy boots. Wear them to a meeting, a wedding, a tailgate party, all places in between. Right now, they're launching Tecovas Ranch Wear, a collection of products ready to work and play as hard as you do. Boots with rubber soles and removable insoles. Hose off when the day is done. Straight Western jeans look great with any pair of boots. Cool denim jacket, trucker jacket, corduroy collar and cuffs. Super soft, durable leather chore gloves. You know, I need those. I don't do any chores, but if I did, I'd like to have the gloves. Maybe I'll just buy some. Tecovas. They got retail stores and tecovas.com. Stuff's handmade in Mexico. No middleman. The pricing is always right. They take their time, leather goods from travel bags, and now they've got Tecovas Ranch Wear, like everything else they do, A++.
This is the Herdline News.
Sounds like a Marvel movie. Like Guardians of the Galaxy or something.
They're saying it's in the center of Mars. Not just aliens, but alien representatives.
Of course.
And American astronauts. Okay.
I believe him. I would actually, I'm weird like that. I would love to interview people like that.
Oh, so would I. I'd put him on the show tomorrow as a guest.
I would love to do that. So, rumors are swirling regarding Jim Harbaugh's job status at Michigan, and it seems as if he has some options. According to writer John Bacon, Harbaugh received a new contract offer from the Wolverines on Monday.
He did.
As well as interest from as many as 5 NFL teams.
Now, John Bacon's a legitimate reporter. He's been around for a long time, so if John Bacon says that it's real. So first of all, Michigan should offer him a contract. Come on, it's COVID. Like a lot of people, like James Franklin suddenly can't coach.
Yeah.
Let's give me a break on this. Some of these programs, I mean, Lincoln Riley's great. Oklahoma started like 0-2. So I'm okay with that. But I think, you know what this tells me, Joy? Harbaugh wants to stay at Michigan. This stuff comes out to say, hey, Michigan, remember when Nick Saban lost to Auburn years ago, and suddenly there were Nick Saban's going to Texas rumors? And then 2 weeks later, Nick signed a massive contract. That told you Nick wanted to stay at Alabama. But if you're going to mess with me...
Yeah, I have some leverage.
And so what Jim's saying is, okay, I'll make contact with a couple NFL teams.
See, to me, I actually, and look, like maybe he's happier in college than he was in the NFL.
I think he is.
Because it is a different lifestyle altogether.
Smaller town, you control all the players.
Yeah, I mean, it depends on what you want.
That's right.
Like, but it is a different lifestyle.
Yeah.
And some might be worse for others. Some people don't like recruiting.
Right.
You know, it's some people want more control. They don't. Other coaches don't mind that. They just want to coach. So it's really depending on what you want. If you're in a situation like Jim Harbaugh, his offer is for a lower base salary and buyout, but it includes large incentives. So now he has the option to accept, negotiate, or decline. Michigan is 2-4 this season, and they face number 4 Ohio State this weekend at noon Eastern on Fox. I mean, his NFL record 49-22-1.
That's
college
good.
record 107-49. I mean, he is a good coach.
Yes.
I think
having a bad year.
Awful year.
Yep.
But I'm with you when it comes to Michigan. I think, and I have a lot of friends that went to Michigan.
So do I.
Just lower the expectations for your program.
Little.
Just a tiny bit, just a little bit.
Listen,
and I don't really subscribe to that, but I feel like if you aren't of that championship, like you're Bama, you should expect to win a championship every year. Michigan, you should expect to be competitive every year.
9.5. But listen, and I'm not saying this to be obnoxious. Ohio State historically is a better football program than Michigan. It's like a 1.5 better. It's okay. I'm not taking shots at anybody. It's almost like Oklahoma historically is a better program than Texas. I'd rather live in Austin. I like so much about the Longhorns. I love the Longhorns brand. But Oklahoma, over the course of time, has won like titles with like 4 different coaches. Like, it's okay to say this stuff. Auburn's good. Alabama historically is way better. You can still be a top 12 program, but your rival is better.
It's just hard to continuously have these conversations about Harbaugh.
But like he can coach.
He's a great coach.
Yes.
It's a right. Just give it another year, a couple years. You'll be all right.
Listen, we're watching 3 or 4 football teams in the NFL. 3 or 4 minimum. With guys that are just over their skis. Harbaugh got to a Super Bowl. You don't think he's going to have an option? You don't think he can coach?
Oh, yeah, he could absolutely go back to the NFL.
And win. Of course he could.
I can think of several teams right now that would be very happy to take Harbaugh off
One in the
Michigan's
AFC
hands.
East that jumps out.